some difficulties. If I have I like, I'm still not used to iPhone. Like I'll touch it and like programs will pop up. So I have like a few programs. Either that or it just freezes. Maybe the power cord that's Apple doesn't like it. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But we're testing it right now to see if it will reboot like it did last time in the previous two videos. Now what I did remember is I just put an O-ring on the front, and I put pins in the power connector. So it should work better than ever now. I don't think it will have any problems. To tell you the truth, like, graphics haven't gone past Dreamcast that much.
Here to serve.
They're still that good,
15 left.
Like, you could find this on an iPhone nowadays, but like the graphics haven't really aged, to tell you the truth.
30 left.
And this is where Dreamcast came in, right? Is where the graphics started looking like people instead of blocks or cardboard. Like you can't even tell. Like you can't even tell that what some of the, like Mario 64 doesn't have rounded objects, or this has, like, the objects are round here.
15 all.
Yeah. So we're gonna try another game that with good graphics that I like. I think I'm just browsing through my GD-ROMs but now I think my CDRs will work a lot better now. To tell you the truth, I think we fixed the CDR issue because I've been CDRs play twice, right? So the laser on a CDR goes in twice. So we're gonna get a CDR that doesn't play, that I know doesn't play through and we're gonna see like if it'll reboot in the first half of it of the game. Like it'll just reboot the game, right? We'll see what happens to prove that now it'll read the CDRs better. We're gonna get one that I know reboots. I think Sonic Adventure is a CDR right here. Yeah, I'm one of those, like, I kind of misaligned that, but I'm one of those guys that makes the CDRs into actual CDs sometimes. So this is a CDR though. It's different than this. It doesn't have the round thing on it, so it's a CDR. Let's see if this boots. I know it hasn't booted like ever. And this could be a copying issue, but it could also be a power issue, right? I think I copied it wrong, but let's find out. This is exciting. It's almost like I got a new console. Okay, it's probably a copying issue. Let's try another game with a copying issue. this one right here, World Series Baseball. This one used to work, but I think I had a copying issue on it. I have to try a couple because it might be a copying issue, or it might be it might not. It might just be the fact that Dreamcast reboots, or it reboots on CDRs especially. Yeah, that's definitely a copying issue. We gotta hurry up here. Okay, under defeat. So we're gonna try that. That used to work, so it doesn't anymore. And let's find out if it's a hardware issue, scratches. I don't know. Scratches with toothpaste. Not gonna do that. Looks like, what the, nope. Yeah, so a lot of these have either copying issues or the CDR aged and they're cheap CDRs. I have no idea. We're gonna keep trying though. Here's one, like this one has to work, Evil Twin. It used to work. So, you know what, I don't know, but I did get a first generation Dreamcast, so it should work. But I don't know. Like, is it first generation Dreamcast that have copy protection or the late ones? Because I did replace it like in 2008 or something. We don't know. Yeah, this one has had problems before, so it looks like it's working. It looks like it. Oh, damn, that was a close one. Maybe there's a copying issue with the Dreamcast. Fuck. So we're coming to that point where now we're gonna try something that has to work, because now I'm paranoid that maybe something's wrong. Damn it. Sort of Berserk has to work, and I'm pretty sure this game in here has to work. I don't know. I have a lot of games that are either old or scratched up that won't work. But you know, I have a lot of games that will work. We just tried all the games that failed to work eventually. Like I actually did beat Evil Twin, and then it stopped working. It's a good game though. I recommend Evil Twin. I used to play this one online in college. Like, you know, when you go to college and you don't have a computer and you don't have because I think I had Dreamcast since like 2001, not 2005, and I got a computer in 2006. So now I'm remembering, I got Dreamcast like 2 years after it came out, is what happened. And I brought it to college every day, and I used to use the network. I used to play this online with PC players. And it's a great game. Like, this is like one time I brought it to the campus and we played on the film screen. Like, excuse the the shittiness of this TV, and I will see if it does align itself. So this is, you know, this is just a good game to play online. Yeah, so it's gonna work. And the oldest game I beat, like, maybe it was like 2009 or something, before I beat after I beat Skies of Arcadia was, because I was playing Dreamcast regularly way until 2009, was, like, I didn't have any other consoles, so, I didn't have Xbox 360 till 2009, maybe, so I was finishing playing Dreamcast in 2009. Maybe 2009, yeah. Maybe 2007, I don't know when I got Xbox 360. But I didn't have a lot of games on it, and I didn't have money, so I never paid for it. But this I was playing way into 2009. What was I gonna say? Yeah, and what's cool about this is when you're online, you can like go anywhere you want. And I think when you're offline, you can too. So my last games were Sword of Berserk and Skies of Arcadia. Those are the last games I played. And a few others, I beat Kiss Psycho Circus. Yeah, I beat a bunch of third-rate games. Anyways, lots of problems with technology. I actually am not a big fan of technology. I was saying stuff and, you know, this thing went out. Basically, I'm a big fan of sci-fi. I used to read all the books, so I might play this game. Like, this is the only game I haven't actually played. Like, I got far in it. I got kind of played it, but I didn't actually play it. It's this and Blue Stinger I never actually played.
I have many things to tell you, and very little time. My name is Kale. I come from a universe parallel to yours.
I'm just not a big fan of cheesy sci-fi. I don't know why. Like I took sci-fi classes in college, and you know those cheesy flicks didn't cut the cake. Like those adventure sci-fi movies from the 70s and 80s, and this is what it kind of generally goes to. It's like based on David Bowie, science fiction.
I knew it.
And it's like fantasy sci-fi, and that's why I stopped playing it. I just, you know, like that, like it didn't. I'm not sure why I'm not a big fan of fantasy sci-fi. This is sci-fi, actually. It's not even fantasy sci-fi. But, like, if I have time to play this, I will. The problem is that I have so many other games on computer and even Xbox 360 and PS4 that I haven't played that I might not have time to play this. I actually did want to finish this game in particular, so I never finished it. But I would recommend it. If you like science fiction, you should get this game. And if at the time I was when I had Dreamcast since 2001, not 2005. That's why I know a lot about Dreamcast. Like I had it before I had a PC because it was cheap. Um, and it was actually better than my PC when I got my PC in 2005, 2006. It was better than my gaming PC. Like, kind of. Like, some games were notably. Well, okay, my gaming PC could play Soldier of Fortune 2, Tomb Raider. I'm not going to say it was better, but, like, it didn't stop me playing it. Like, the graphics were up there with the PC. Yeah. So this retard right here has to walk around with the D-pad. What a fuckhead. If you've seen those cheesy science fiction films, that's like it's like it's like fantasy sci-fi with David Bowie. I would recommend it. I personally like the bleak kind of sci-fi, like Deus Ex and Blade Runner and Dune. Like, I like those, where the world's about to collapse or some shit, like in the level of Star Wars. So, I might play this. I might just YouTube the ending. I don't know, but I want to play it. And I want to play Blue Stinger too. I got into that, but I never finished it. And all my save files are deleted. So that's unfortunate. I'm just talking a little bit loud to get in case I tend to mumble and shit. So I'm trying to be a little bit more coherent. Yeah, I have tried most of the games, and they do not work. The ones that used to work because of bad copying. I'm gonna try Zero Gunner 2. I really like shooting games, and that was the main genre I played on Dreamcast. From 2001 to 2009, I got a lot of shooters in. And yeah, my Dreamcast works great with CDRs and with the stapled connection there. I haven't seen any problems, and we were playing it for a while now. Like, I would definitely recommend pinning those connections in case, in case a power surge. Like, what happens is the Dreamcast tends to, it likes to not press against those clips. It's almost like having a loose wire. It's not terribly good. So even though and that's the problem, is that it'll have continuity, but no voltage will go through it, and that's the main issue you have to look for with power supplies. So we fixed the Dreamcast, and you just put like something on the front of it, like a washer or something. I used the O-ring. Just place it on the front of the three places, and the laser lens will be properly aligned that way. It tends to dip, and that's also a problem. And I would advise, like I would actually recommend to take out that stupid aluminum case, because that aluminum case blocks the airflow of the fan. So, and creates a lot of heat in that general area. So you could be playing a game for like 4 hours and it'll reset or something like that. And you don't want that. Those are just some tips about fixing Dreamcast, basically. I don't like Soul Reaver. I don't know why. Like, I don't like those types of games. I even tried to play The Darkness, and it's like the best. It's like if you're a Soul Reaver fan, you'll probably play The Darkness. And I could never get into those games. I don't know why. Wicker 2, I just don't like those games. Like, that's like a, yeah, it's just not my cup of tea. I got lost in it. I tried to play, Wicker 2, because I'll play anything that's free. How do I turn, a shout out to the Steam Warframe community. I do like to play Warframe, and it's the only game with a maze in it that I actually like to play, kind of. It doesn't really have a maze. But anyways, I did update my XBCD gamepad yesterday. So if you can use you don't have to use a Steam controller that's like $80, whatever. You can use an Xbox as a budget gamer, or maybe you live in a third world country, whatever. You could use XBCD drivers. You would use that on it. Just make sure that you load it under the community bindings. It will be named Sniper99. That's my Counter-Strike source name on Steam. So just call it Sniper99, and you will have perfect bindings for third-party support Xbox S. However, there's something you have to know before you do that, before you load the bindings. I always put it on primary and Xbox 360 CE, Xbox 360 support, and always the primary always has to have flip buttons. So Steam will maybe reset the primary, but the buttons are for jumping in Warframe. It just works very well, and map functions and just stuff that works for right-brain individuals, like right-handed individuals. It just works very naturally, and I would recommend that particular function. That particular that binding on the community page, the one under my name, and it has to say XBCD. So then you can play, you don't have to use XPatter, you can play it on Steam. Even if I call it the Gay Empire, but even if Windows is bugging Steam or whatever, and making Steam run slower. Like, you can have, even if Steam runs really poorly, it will work, So it took me like 8 hours to do that yesterday, because I didn't want to use XPatter, because XPatter is kind of glitchy, and the company's it doesn't work like the company's configuration scheme, the company configuration scheme on Warframe just works so well. So I just used that as a platform, and I adjusted all the bindings so that, you know, you don't have any problems with Warframe ever. And believe me, it does help a lot. Like I had like 30 kills to 10 basically. I don't know if they were noobs or not, but I had 30 kills to 10 once. The fact is that there is a secondary fire on some of the weapons in Warframe. I just realized, and yeah, I fixed that, so it's completed. It's probably 100% completed, but I like the D-pad too. If the D-pad's not working, then you probably didn't put the primary Steam configuration there. That's probably what happened if the D-pad's not working. I'm kind of using the D-pad a lot. Yeah, this is an excellent game. I kind of wasn't even looking when I was playing it. Let's move on to another game. Excellent rumble function. Dreamcast is just an excellent system to have. I beat Death Crimson. That was actually a pretty good game. Beat Cannon Spike. Didn't understand San Diego. It's in Japanese. I'm still looking here for the ideal game to show you. Oh, look at this. Look at what we got here. We found a little gem here. Hold on. Those are washers. Maybe those are important. So that's Border Down. So we'll try Border Down on this. I love Border Down. That was my favorite shooter for a time. I also like strategy games. I'm not trying to get a date or anything. I just want to talk on the live feed. I also like strategy games, and I definitely like Conflict Zone for Dreamcast. I definitely like that game. Like, I got really far on that. So, yeah. So, I'm actually a professional Dreamcast player. Like, I'm really good at it. And that, you know, and the stick, I don't like the stick. I have some qualms. Like the PS4 controller, I don't like it as much as the American consoles. Like this one right here is just made for like arcade games. And it hurts your wrists over time. But that's like a bratty thing to say. I'm just saying it's for arcade games. I'm kind of guessing here because I don't know Japanese. Damn it. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't know where it is. Maybe I. Fuck. The screen's black. Okay. I played Draconis, but that's kind of in the realm of, Soul Reaver, uh, like, those mazes. Like, I hate those games that you have to keep searching for things, and you get to go back and forth and stuff. Those games, like Darkness, 1 through 3. Well, 1 was different. I do know that Darkness 1 was different. Or was it Darkness 2? Anyways. I do like sports games. What the... Yeah, I don't know. I clicked on something there. I did like Red Dog. I beat that. That was actually intense. Yeah, I'm pretty much done. Soldier of Fortune's actually a game that doesn't work on the. It doesn't work. All my stickered games don't even work. It's like, what? I made these stickers for nothing. Yeah. But no one has enough time to play all the games I even have on, I even have too many games on Xbox 360. Like, I haven't touched a lot of those. Like, I can't catch up on I can't really catch up, Nope. Maybe try the VGA tray. But the power on it works a lot better. Like, it doesn't reboot or anything. And that's a plus. Yeah, all my games with stickers on them don't work, which is really weird. Really weird because, like, I printed the stickers out for those particular games that were working, but they do not any longer. I guess that could be an error with the Dreamcast. Like I said, I put an old motherboard on here, so I think it's a copyright error on most of the CDRs that I have. Because this is a new motherboard for my old one that I replaced. What I did is I was trying to fix the lens for the first time, and I screwed in a long screw on a short socket. When I took the lens out of the motherboard and I took the aluminum plate out, I screwed a long screw on a short socket. So I bought a new Dreamcast, took out the motherboard, put it in this one because I don't like the gray one. And the gray one's like the original one. So the original one's going to have copy protection issues. So a lot of these games no longer work, but most of them do. That's what it is. Is the motherboard's not accepting the CDR. Unfortunately, I can't play the games. But yeah, I got a 2001 Dreamcast late May on purpose so I could play the games. And from 2001 to 2007 when it broke or whatever, I was playing most of these games. But now they're kind of like, maybe I should sell them on Craigslist or something. I'm kind of like in that situation, like not sell but give away. Whatever. I'm still looking though to see if it, like most of the games actually work. Here's Mac and X. Deep Fighter, Resident Evil, Code Veronica. Like, I have a lot of games that I can't play actually because of the new motherboard that I bought from eBay on 2007 or something a long time ago. Maybe it was even earlier. I don't know when the motherboard broke.
Mocking. Deus Ex Machina.
But when I sold the motherboard, I did pull a scam. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't say it was not working. I said it was broken. So I sold it broken, but I knew what the problem was, and I didn't say, there's a screw through the motherboard. I didn't say that. So this is an excellent game right here. Excellent story. And the graphics are up to date. I don't think they could even work on. I don't even think they can even pull off these games on iPhone. I literally don't. Some of these games they can't pull off on iPhone.
Is there anything else?
We haven't given it identification yet. Any ideas for a name?
Random numbers are fine. It's just artificial intelligence.
That's so strange, though. I just find that very strange that the games with stickers on them don't work. I'm just noticing that
Fine.
now.
Then why don't we let
10
it
years.
decide? We'll let Mockin decide.
I'm like, what? Is it something to do with the sticker blocking the data? Weird. Is it a copyright thing? Cause oh wait, the Dreamcasts after 2001 were defective. That's why I bought it. Now I remember. After 2001, they wanted money, so they didn't want to do that Dreamcast thing. They didn't want to do the copyright thing. So I did buy it before that happened, though. Wow. Yeah, a lot of these games don't work, but I think this one does. It's Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and then we'll try Red Dog with a sticker. Looks like they're all possessed games that don't work because I printed a sticker on them. And believe you me, I wouldn't have done that if they... Yeah, so Marvel vs. Capcom doesn't work, and it has a sticker all over, man. I don't know, is it blocking some sort of, could be blocking something that, is transparent when it's reading, something? I don't know. Strange. So, this one has to work, because it was one of the late games that I beat, not the early ones. So this one has to work. Damn it. Yeah. So now we'll put one, to prove that I'm not going crazy here, we'll put one that doesn't have a sticker, like Mortal Kombat Gold, right? Wow, that is a weird phenomenon. Maybe it's breaking and we'll have to put a GDR. Maybe I failed at my task. I swear to God, it's a sticker thing. The sticker's blocking something that needs to be read all of us on this particular motherboard on early Dreamcasts. So early Dreamcasts might have some sort of a security flaw to protect copyright. Like they don't want you to put stickers on the CDRs and it stops the CDR from running. No. Okay, this is getting ridiculous. Maybe none of the CDRs work. Maybe they got aged. This is getting ridiculous. So we're gonna try. I think the CDRs got aged. They don't work. I don't know. Power Stone 2. Maybe I have to reset it first. I don't know. Maybe I didn't reset that one. That's what it was. I didn't reset that one, so you gotta fresh boot the non-stickers. But all the sticker Dreamcast games that I played and owned, they no longer work on an old. This is like a 1999 motherboard. Nope. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. It's been a while since we started testing. Fuck. Puzzle Fighter? It looks like that. It looks like the not the power, but the I think the O-ring might be too much of a stress on the laser lens, or maybe like when I'm rebooting it, it just doesn't like CDRs. To be all honest, I think it doesn't like CDRs. It has to read the CDR twice, you know, and it just doesn't like the CDRs, unfortunately. But there's no reboots, and that's what we're testing, you know, is the power supply connectors, not the CDRs, and, you know, the CDR lens is not what we're testing. So, I mean, the games work and don't work. The CDRs look like they got aged. Let's find something better. So here's this is another big one. So that clearly works, of course, because you know, that game's really small. We're looking for the big games that aren't working now, like the games that are data intensive. Super Runabout's the most data intensive game out there. So let's see if I'm not hallucinating here and seeing a problem with reading CDRs. Oh, Mac and X worked, so never mind. Yeah, most of these games are just, you know, cheap CDRs. You know, the data gets messed up and old. Really curious. I forgot what Zeal is. Maybe we could try that next. I don't know what that is. Like, yeah, this one works. This is like a GTA 5 clone or something. It's kind of like that. You know, the Reckless game on Xbox, it's kind of the creators of Reckless on Xbox One, the original. Mind you, I did actually buy an Xbox One, but it was for Andrew most of the time. Like, I just sold it after I bought it for him. I bought it for him, basically, so. And I did play through a lot of the games on it too. Like Halo's a great game. So this is a super runabout, and then we'll try Tri-Zero. Yeah, yeah, half of my collection just has bad copying. Like maybe when I was copying it in college, I was putting it on like 4x. Like I was supposed to put it on 4x, but maybe I'll put it on like 12x or something. Or maybe it was supposed to be on 1x. I don't know what the technology was at the time. But that's what I was doing. So a lot of these CDs don't even work. Yeah.
Go.
Don't forget to overheat the battery. So this game has excellent graphics for the time. Excellent, basically. Oh. Anyways, if you overclock your CPU, whatever, it's totally fine. It's always the operating system. Windows requires people to maintain. Ridiculous. Like you can't even use the Windows operating system offline because it won't do anything.
Let's go.
This game right here is really good. And Test Drive Le Mans is good. But I think we'll have time to do Tri-Zero. And if that fails, we'll do Test Drive Le Mans. The reason why these games are so good is because the Dreamcast kind of has like the same graphics as Xbox and PS2 and GameCube. But I'm not gonna lie, this game's not that great. I think they were just trying to get the engine of destruction down. This is much worse than I remember it. I think I'm definitely wrong about the graphics being good in this. That they are not too good. This could be an N64 game. Like it's not that good. Like they forgot a lot of things out of that. Yeah, let's try Tri-Zero. Wow, my Dreamcast does not reset or do anything weird like that. This is a shooter. like if I were to start selling on Craigslist, I'd probably be scammed from selling. Actually, that I'm so good at being a target for scammers. Like you'd probably scam me for selling something, huh? That's how good I'd be at scamming. Anyways. Still mad about the scams I went through this month. What happened is I was trying to get a Radeon Sapphire on the PS4, right? And I can't, like I know, I'm not stupid, like I'm not stupid with too much money, whatever. I know about, I definitely know about these fake video cards. And I pulled some of them up to research more about it. So I had like 4 PS4 windows up, and that idiot Twan who always buys pizza and uses my computer for 5 hours and gives me like $1 for it, was like, he kept looking at me and like trying to talk to me while I was concentrating on the sale. And I'm not going to say it's his fault, but it kind of is partially his fault. This Vietnamese guy, like, you Asians are so good at scamming, right? Well, he might not even come over anymore. I didn't see him for a few days because I know he's wrong. Like, I'm paying for him, basically, to use my shit. That's what I'm doing. Anyways, he was distracting me, and I was flipping the windows, and I needed the computer, but I didn't want to say anything because he's Asian and it's rude, whatever. But he was really distracting me, and you know, he gets mad when I need the computer because he buys dinner, whatever. But that doesn't justify an action to a reaction. And you know, and as I'm trying to concentrate on him, I'm trying to buy, like, I have like 4 sales, and I keep buying the wrong sale because he keeps talking to me. And he really touched the button there. And I was trying to buy this Radeon Sapphire 2 gigabytes for 40 some dollars. That was the same price as the the other one. But that's just, you know, I also didn't lack any control on the sale. Like, I actually thought the GTX 1070 was another Radeon card. And then I looked it up after a sale, and the guy wouldn't cancel, so I looked it up, and you know, it's a scam card. It's like they won't cancel it, and it's a scam card. Like, the card itself is a $300 card. That's what's so enticing about it. But I didn't know that. I thought it was equivalent to like a Radeon. I actually just wanted to test the NVIDIA card because it's on Wii U and stuff. So I didn't know that they were doing that nowadays. Like, wow. Like, they really want to get at the millennials or something. I don't know what their intention of doing that is. I think it's mean. I personally think it would be mean for someone to do that to other people. I don't think it would be nice at all. And it's just, it doesn't make sense because you're manufacturing something that's an old video card. Sell it as an old video card new. You don't have to sell it as a new video card. Like, I would have kept it if the BIOS was flashed to 1 GB. And that was just a mistake on my part. Like, I was being really distracted by the guy using my computer, so I couldn't get on it because he was the guy buying the dinner, you know. So that was not my fault intentionally. I'm not that stupid anymore. Like, you might think, only an idiot kid would do that. Well, probably, but like I had no intention of being scammed, and I wanted a cancel of the order. That's where you scammed me. Anyways, and here I am with a $500 scam that I'm gonna get. Maybe God's on your side this month, but like come spring, he definitely won't be for the Manassas scammer of that moped. I have a feeling I'm gonna get a lottery ticket for that one, buddy. I don't know. I'm just gonna become more of an expert at that field in science. That will be a funny scam because your guy niched you out completely and gave me all the information upon sale because I didn't believe him one shit. But I gave him the money because he said he was in trouble and he needed to pay you back for weed, whatever. So I gave him the $500. But he told me everything about the compression. So once that engine fails to be fixed, once it fails to run, I'm going to your house, Mr. Manassas Mopeds. That's just nature. You'll just see it one day, and you'll ignore it because you won't know who it is. Unfortunately, that's one day can be in 5 years. I'm gonna be around, and I'm sure you're gonna be around. For scammers, if you get caught, if your identity gets caught, you become like you become puppet on a string. That's exactly what happens to your identity, especially if you live in the area. Especially, like then you have to move. Just disappear. Shit. 30 criminal offenses, Mr. Gelly. Anyways, I'm just talking about the moped scam that's gonna come up once that engine compression fails. It might not. Like, I might be able to start it with some starter fluid and get around doing that. But once I stop getting around, that's when you get in trouble, buddy. That's when I want the refund. Not I don't want to save a pothead's life from being beat down. Okay, that wasn't my intention. Actually, I don't want him to be in danger because you're a high score criminal, aren't you? 30 criminal offenses. That's pretty fucking good. That's excellent. That just motivates me so much. Yeah, I'm not gonna mention the name on camera or anything, or the house, even though I might have watched 4 hours of video. I don't know. That's Dreamcast and it's fixed. No scam here. Why am I getting scammed? I don't know. Yeah, and this is my Dreamcast collection. I could sell these on, even Miss Pac-Man doesn't work. Like all these games that have stickers on them, they don't boot up on this motherboard. They booted up on my old Dreamcast. The sticker is blocking something. Like, it's blocking data from being read that bypasses a boot process or something. To be all honest, that's honestly what I think might be going on with the stickered games. And this is an older model, so that might be some sort of copyright protection on their part for older models. Like, you can copy the game, but you can't resell it with a sticker on it. That wouldn't make sense at all. Wow. That is... Anyways, you learn something new every day, and I do think I have a hunch there as to where all these stickered games should go now. Is either in a 2001 Dreamcast work, the ones released much later started working. Not too late, like the ones released in 2000 to 2001, the ones with the light screened. Like this is from my old Dreamcast. The one I bought was gray. So I would recommend a model of 2000, 2001, the bright white ones. They will run stickered games basically. The late ones, the early ones actually do have some sort of copy protection, because I'm not getting any of these stickered games to work. And that's not a laser lens issue. That's a motherboard issue, because we swapped the whole motherboard on a 1999 Dreamcast. So that's something new for Dreamcast players. If you didn't know that, the sticker, you put a label on it, and the label will block something from being read, like a boot process. I'm not sure how, but these games used to work on my older Dreamcast. But all the stickered games, we couldn't get one stickered game to boot up. And there's a reason for that. Is the label is blocking light or something, or code that needs to be read on a 1999 Dreamcast. Very interesting. Very interesting. Like they kind of had copy protection on it, basically, is my theory. They kind of had it, but it didn't read well on the 1999. On the 2000 Dreamcast, it read perfectly. That's a theory, and it shouldn't be taken literally, because these games, maybe the sticker is see-through, right? And it's creating some reading error. It is see-through, like I can see the sticker, and that might be a cause. The stickers are see-through. Wait, but it used to work on the 2001 Dreamcast I bought before May. The ones released after May didn't work. They have copyright protection. But before May, that's very interesting. All these games, these stickered games used to work. I'm going to keep trying. Here's a big one. Like this one I used to play all the time online. It has to work. If it doesn't, it's that I'm not going crazy here. Something's blocking the 1999 motherboard from reading stickered games. I guess. Huh? Yep. I guess I am correct. I'm definitely correct about that. Like, that's just so weird. Like, it's been witnessed right here. So, if you watch this video for 60 minutes, you'll know secrets about the Dreamcast industry. You'll know about the fact that they did have copy protection on the 1999 Dreamcast models. Definitely. Remember, we threw out the old case and we put the new one in. So, because I broke the new motherboard that was the old one. Yeah. So, here's a few things that I'm gonna go out with before I close the video. One, because people always skip to the end for a conclusion sometimes. One, stickers on Dreamcast games. They do not work on 1999 Dreamcasts. This white case is from my 2001 Dreamcast before May that used to copy games. It used to copy games, and all of them worked. But now only the ones without stickers work. The ones with stickers, they fail to work because I bought a 1999 Dreamcast that had a gray case, and I swapped motherboards because I like the white case. So that's an interesting fact too. An O-ring, not even washers, just an O-ring in the front here would help the laser lens a lot. Like that would help the laser lens. That's not actually affiliated with this, you know. If the laser lens reads, it reads. So I'm not saying, you know, oh, that's probably what's causing the stickered games to not run. No. There's some copyright protection on the motherboard 1999. It's not reading the code on the discs. Whatever. 3. Pin with copper wire. Just pin those connectors on the power supply so that the power can get into the laser lens. And maybe remove the aluminum foil. It may not matter, but you know the air can flow and cool the area where the laser lens is getting hot. Like it actually does get hot in that particular area with the aluminum foil. And you know, having it block off from the fan is a dumb design. So you could do that. Those are 3 tips right there on a Dreamcast. Software can work on a 2001, 2000 Dreamcast. Stickered software will work. The problem is that they have some sort of way of reading the code, and the code gets blocked. I don't know. They don't want people to sell this on you know the black market basically. Like you can put a sticker on here, a glossy one that looks really cool, that you know a professional guy who knows a lot would put it on. You know, only a professional would do that, but you could do that, you know, and it wouldn't work. Not on a 1999 Dreamcast. Only on 2001, 2000. And not on 2001 after May of 2001. So after May 2001, it wouldn't work either. But on a 1999 Dreamcast, no stickered games will work. So you got that going. And that's about the end of the tutorial / rant.